Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Krival Nails, and I'm really excited to play with Little Pink Corvette. I've been dying to play with this gorgeous pink, but before we get into Little Pink Corvette, we're going to add a little bit of color blocking here. So I'm using that 3M medical tape here, and I'm just lining it up on the nail where I want it, and then I'm using this silicone tool just to make sure that that tape is laying super flat. So we're going to just start off with a bang here with Little Pink Corvette, and it is by far the most vibrant, bright, Little Pink Corvette dip powder I have seen, and check out this bright pink. I love the name, first of all. Now the Prince Little Red Corvette song is running through my head, but I'm switching up the lyrics to Little Pink Corvette. But I love this color. It is part of the Barbie collection that Krival Nails released, and it is stunning. The glitter in this dip powder with the pink is everything, and it's screaming Barbie. It is perfect. If you love hot pinks or glitter, this color is going to be your jam. So that is what it looks like right now with one dip, but I couldn't just do one. We're going to make it even more vibrant. And when you see the second dip of Little Pink Corvette, you are going to be even more blown away because the color payoff, check it out. Isn't that amazing? It is perfect. It is everything. Again, all my pink lovers out there, Little Pink Corvette, this was made just for you. Especially if you've seen the Barbie movie, you will notice that the Barbie movie consists of a lot of pink, and this color fits in perfectly. But enough about Little Pink Corvette, because I could talk about this color here for a hot minute here because it is gorgeous and it pairs perfectly with this other color that we're going to be diving into here. So we cured this for 30 seconds. I am dusting off here, and then we're going to pair it with Old Glory, which is a really pretty blue, and it's not a royal blue, it's not a navy blue. It is like the perfect in between blue of those two colors combined. And it is stunning, and that glitter is so fine. It's a very fine, almost like a micro glitter, and it is beautiful, and it pairs so well with that pink we're using. And then we're going to add a really fun pink and blue decal that has pumpkins on it for the accent nail to kind of tie in fall. So not all fall manis have to be those traditional browns, orange, yellows, reds. You can jazz it up and use your favorite colors like pinks and blues, and then you can add a special touch of fall from like glitters that are shaped like leaves, or you could add some stickers, or you could do a decal like we're doing today. Options are endless when you're doing your manis at home, but I really like the switch of colors that we're doing today, and there's just something about the blue and pink I just thought were perfect for this decal. You're going to see that decal here in action. So now that I removed that medical tape off that nail here, I am just being really extra careful when I'm applying that gel base to the nail to make sure that I'm not oversaturating the nail with product, and I'm kind of staying away as best as I can on that pink line there, just to make sure we're keeping that line extra crisp. But we're going to cure that for 30 seconds, and we're going to dust off. Now the best part of this color that we're using right now, Old Glory, you can see that it is very full coverage. You have that right amount of glitter. That color payoff is definitely there with that first dip, but when you dip it in for a second dip, it's even better. It's more vibrant. I mean, that's true with any dip powder that you're working with. The more layers you do, the more vibrant it's going to be. The color payoff is going to be there, the glitter, everything. But these glitters from Krival Nails, they're really fine. The pigments there you could see with that first dip, but these glitters are also really great for if you like doing ombre. These glitters are going to be your go-to because you're going to get a lot of color payoff with less clear, if that makes sense. Because a lot of times when you're working with glitters and you're doing the tapping motion when you're doing that ombre, it's natural to pick up more clear versus color and glitter because it's very fine. So that's what's going to tap off first, so and absorb more of that liquid. But with these glitters, you're going to get tons of color payoff. So if you love ombre, these fine glitters from Krival are going to be your jam. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and dust these off here, and we're going to move on to a white. We're going to just use a white here for the decal nail. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it, but I will say when I am using white, I like to make sure I am tapping off, like you saw I did there, away from the jar, so I'm not contaminating the jar. So just keep that in mind. Also, normally when I'm working with whites, I like to use that color first before I go in with any other glitters to help keep that white as pure as possible. but I was, to be honest with you, not quite sure how I wanted to do the decal nail. I was kind of tossing up in the air of doing like a slight ombre on top, and then kind of having that decal radiant, and then I was like, ooh, maybe I should do some color blocking and then do the decal on the bottom of the color blocking, but we just chose to go with a solid white. All right, let's talk about filing and buffing. Filing and buffing was super easy. I just had to reshape a little bit, clean up the sidewalls and the free edge, and now we're going to go ahead and seal in this mani with a layer of gel base. You may notice that I did start with that white nail first. That's just to keep that as pure as possible so I do not contaminate it with any extra sparkle. If you do get any like glitter on your brush or anything like that, your dip liquids or your gel, just wipe it off with a paper towel. So this is what the mani looks like before we go ahead and add the decal. This decal right here, it's super bright and vibrant, and it's going to tie in the colors that we use perfectly. I love the twist of the colors that we use today and this decal. And now we're just going ahead and we're going to apply this right to the nail here. Again, we did cure that for 30 seconds. So now we have this nice tacky surface on this nail to help this decal really adhere and stay in place. And I really like to use the jelly stamper because I can see where I'm placing the decal, and then it also helps eliminate some of those air bubbles and lines. And then I had a little bit of that decal hanging off the edge here. So I'm just going ahead and taking that flat brush here and removing any extra of that decal that might have been hanging on the side, and then I'm just gently pressing down on that pumpkin there just to remove any air bubbles, and then I'm doing a layer of gel base and I'm curing that right away for 30 seconds. Okay, game changer here. So this right here, it's nail tape like you can use for art. Normally you see the nail art tape like in these rolls. It's kind of, to be honest with you, really hard to work with. I do not enjoy it, so I stay away from it. That's why you never see me using any of that nail tape here on my channel until today. Krival Nails is a game changer here. She has tons of these sticker nail tapes that you see here in any different color you can think of. I'm pretty sure you're going to find it in her shop. It is by far so easy. I just took that sticker off. There's all different sizes, placed it on the nail, laid it flat. It stuck right away. I just gently used that silicone tool to get any air bubbles out or make sure it was really flat. I'm pretty sure I didn't even need to do that because it was already laying really flat. And then to clean up the extra bit of that line, I am using a cuticle nippers and I am just gently removing that extra tape. But I am completely mind blown. I've never seen anything like this with the sticker tape. And it is a game changer because, to be honest with you, I don't use that other stuff because it's a pain with the stuff in the roll because I can never find where it starts or where it ends. I can't get it to stick. It's a whole hot mess. But then to seal it in, I just put a layer of gel top coat over it and cured for 60 seconds. And I finished the rest of the top coat off camera. But how fun is this mani? I love it. We have a lot of different elements here, and what I mean by that, we have that sparkle, we have the bright color, we have a decal nail, we played with nail tape. Oh, I'm so excited, and we have color blocking, but so much fun, and I really had a blast doing this mani for you. And I know this video was a little bit more chit-chatty than normal, but I was completely obsessed with this whole process, so I was like, we're just going to chat it up today. Something different, but normally my videos are pretty laid back, and we kind of just do a whole experience with like music and all that kind of stuff to kind of like form ourselves into the mani, but today was a little bit different. But also, there will be a blooper at the end of this, so you can kind of see what, I don't want to say what happened, but what happened to me when I was doing my voiceover. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this chatty video. And again, I will link everything that we use in today's mani in that description box below. I hope you're having a great weekend, and I'll see you all in the next one. Now, before we get started, we're going to add a little bit of color blocking here. There's a spider on me. Sorry.